The main road, yeah.
People walking on the main road because it's getting too crowded here.
Indeed.
So and it's just so lovely to see that despite there being so many people, despite there being you know, it being congested, people have found other ways to get about it. People have found other ways to, you know, deal with it. Gone on the other side of the road, started to walk, and alhamdulillah, this is a huge blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Abu Abdullah has so many visitors yearly, and having so many people walk to him. Like you mentioned a few days ago, Sayyid Mohsin, that a few days ago you mentioned that 2 million people just from Iran have come to Iraq already. And this was around 10 days before Arbaeen?
Probably, yeah.
10 days before Arbaeen.
On the 13th today of October.
Which is 6 days.
Yes, we've got 6 days left. So this is where it starts to pick up. The pace starts to pick up. More and more people are coming. It's normally about 4 or 5 days before. I mean, these people here, they'll reach Karbala within about 3 or 4 hours. So they've got themselves a nice, you know, couple of days in Karbala, a nice build-up towards Arbaeen. People are still flocking in, coming into, you know, Baghdad, into Najaf, and then from there going to the Ziyarah of Amir al-Mu'minin.
I think this is the time when people start to flood into Iraq.
This is
the time where people have actually, you know, they've said, look, we'll have 2 days to walk the Mashayikh, and then 2 days we'll rest in Karbala, and then we'll rest for a couple of days in time in preparation for the Arba'iniyya. There's some people that actually come 4 days before the Arba'iniyya, and I think a lot of people do that. They come 4 days before, so we haven't even got to that stage yet. Yet there's so many people that have just come towards Abu Abdullah al-Hussein so early and started the Mashayikh so early, from Basra to Karbala, from Baghdad to Karbala, all the provinces to Karbala. You find a way for the Mashayikh to walk.
I think it's beautiful how the Mashayikh has become like an established event, and that, you know, people from Basra, I think they start 3 or 4 weeks before Arbaeen.
Yes.
You could say a month before, you know, Arbaeen, they begin their walk. And the Iraqi people are prepared. They know this. They're not unfamiliar with it, and they prepare and they get their motives ready just to accommodate for them, just to help them. These people from Basra, and they finish the walk within how long? How long does it take? 2 weeks?
It takes around 2 to 3 weeks to finish the walk, depending on the pace they walk in. But 2 to 3 weeks.
And some of them will finish the walk only at the footsteps of the Dhari, only the footsteps of the shrine of Abu Fadl and Abu Abdullah. So maybe just the Bayn al-Haramain, As-salam over this way, As-salam over that way, pick up their walking stick and they're going back.
Go
they
back back
won't even
home.
spend more time because they believe that, you know, alhamdulillah, I have the opportunity to come every year. I can come off season. There's millions of Zawar who only come for this moment. And maybe the space belongs to them and not to me.
That's very true. And beautiful. You know, when you look at Basra to Karbala, it's not something like Najaf to Karbala. Najaf to Karbala is 80 kilometers. Yes, Basra to Karbala is like something like 550, 600 kilometers.
Wow.
So you're talking on a different scale when you're looking at Zuwar coming from Basra all the way to Karbala, and these people start 3-4 weeks earlier than everyone else. Usually people start 2-3 days before Arbaeen, and alhamdulillah they make it on time. These people that you're looking at 2 to 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks before, and they walk with such passion that they, you know, it doesn't deter them. These 3 weeks that they're gonna walk, it doesn't deter them. They're walking for God knows how many miles a day. You're talking 20, 30, maybe even 40 miles a day. And it's just so humbling to watch.
Minhal also is that they have to walk back. It's not one way. Maybe some of them maybe get a car back or a coach, you know, if their legs are not up to it. But a lot of them walk back. So that's 2 months of the calendar gone simply for the love of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, simply so that they could go and send their salams to Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, and also that they can give an opportunity for someone else, for the other Zawar, to come and also do their pilgrimage. It's a beautiful, selfless act. You know, here in Karbala. And you can see so many others who have given up this, you know, giving up their jobs, their work, their families from wherever they've come from to be here to be with Abu Abdullah Hussein, this Arbaeen, and you can see over my shoulder millions and millions. People from Australia, people from
Canada,
the Far East, far west of Canada, America, Europe, where we come from. A bit more local, you could say, from Iran, from Syria,
Bahrain.
from Bahrain, from Saudi Arabia.
Kuwait. There's a lot of people coming from Kuwait.
The south in Kuwait.
I mean, I saw a video the other day. This guy, he's not walking from Basra. He's walking from Kuwait.
MashaAllah, so even more south.
Yeah, so even more south. He's walking from Kuwait to Karbala.
MashaAllah.
And you know, the guy, I think he was living in China. He flew out to Kuwait to visit his family, and then he walked from Kuwait all the way to Karbala. And he's an old guy. Yeah, he's an old guy. He's in his 50s, 54, 55.
MashaAllah,
yeah.
MashaAllah.
You know, that spirit that he had. You know, when they were recording him, they asked him, "Where are you from?" He said, "I live in China, but I came to Kuwait to visit family." And they said, "Okay, so what do you do now?" He said, "I'm walking to Abu Abdullah al-Hussein from Kuwait to Karbala." He's crossing a border.
Wow.
A border where cars go through, a border where trucks and lorries go through. He's walking through the border.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
that was just so amazing to watch.
Do you know this person's name?
No, I forgot.
I was going to say, if he can do it, you can do it. So if you haven't made that niyyah, you haven't made the intention to come to Karbala, make the intention, you know, book your ticket and get here. Get here to Najaf, go see Amir al-Mu'mineen, go see Najaf, go to the Golden Dome, send your salam, ask permission to begin the walk, and then begin your walk towards Abu Abdullah Hussein. Millions of people have done so far. They're over my shoulder right now. People from all types of backgrounds, from all different communities. But it is the love and it is the message of Abu Abdullah Hussein that brings them together. I mean, Minhal, you've read the Maktal and you've listened to it year after year. Abu Abdullah Hussein was alone on the plains of Karbala.
Sadly.
Is there anyone there to help me? Today, mashallah,
40 million people shout Labbaik ya Hussein, Labbaik. 40 million people throughout this whole journey shout out Labbaik ya Hussein. And I think that's just so beautiful because you see the fire in their heart. You see the emotion that comes with it. When someone says Labbaik ya Hussein, some people say it and their voices break from the sadness that they have. Now when they say Labbaik ya Hussein, what do they remember? They remember Abu Abdullah al-Hussein's loneliness in Karbala. They remember Sayyidah Zainab being alone, thinking that there's no one there to protect her brother. Thinking Abu al-Fadl is gone, Abu Fadl is gone. Who is there to protect Abu Abdullah al-Hussein now? And my heart starts to feel heavy. I don't know about you, Sayyid Mohsin, but my heart starts to feel heavy every time I remember Abu Abdullah's loneliness. Every time you remember that this man, who just a couple of years ago his grandfather brought the religion of Islam, who just a couple of years ago freed the Caliph's father at the time, freed him. You know, he said to him, "Don't live in fear. You're under my rule. You know, I'm not going to hurt you. All you have to do is pay the jizya or join the religion of Islam." Yet his son repays his grandson with one of the most brutal massacres, if not the most brutal massacres history has ever seen. Which shows you the akhlaq of the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. It shows you just the eloquence that they have, just the amount of love that they have towards humanity. Because I don't know if you know the Sayyid Mohsin, but I'm pretty sure you do. The story of Shimr and Imam Hussain in the Battle of Nahrawan.
Yes, I know the story.
When Abu Abdullah al-Hussein freed, loosened
the ropes around
the hands of Shimr ibn al-Jawshan, la'natullahi alayh. When he loosened the ropes of Shimr in the Battle of Nahrawan, and Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam asked Abu Abdullah, he said to him, "Abu Abdullah, why is it that you want to loosen the ropes from this man's wrist?" He said to him, "Oh father, I remember the saying of my grandfather that I cannot bear to see a dog, I cannot bear to see an animal in pain, let alone a fellow human being." He sees him as a fellow human being. Rather Shimr, what did he see about Abdullah as? When he sat on his chest and he slaughtered him. Which, for me, it's so beautiful to see the akhlaq of the Ahlul Bayt and how it's being implemented by the Zuwar and by the Mawakib. By the Zuwar of Aba Abdullah al-Hussein, mashallah, a lot of them have the most beautiful of akhlaq. A lot of them have, you know, when you speak to him, he replies with kind words. He doesn't reply with anger. He replies with a soft heart. You know, the Mawakib, they're always here to serve you. And I think for me that's just something so beautiful to watch.
It's not even the case of that you need to speak Arabic here. They speak the international language of hand gestures.
Yeah.
If you can't speak Arabic, don't worry, because the Mawakib will still take care of you. They'll use hand signals to say, you want something to eat, something to drink, come, we can give you a place to rest. Do you need to shower? Do you need to use the toilet? Whatever you need, they're here. They're here to serve you, they're here to serve Abu Abdullah Hussein. And inshallah, you know, you can make the niyyah, and then you can come here and experience the Mashayikh for yourself and experience, you know, the unity that we have amongst the Shia community here, that no matter where you're from, everyone here has that one goal, that one intention, and that is to be with Abu Abdullah Hussein this Arbaeen season.
Now Sayyid, yesterday we spoke about the youth.
Yeah.
Let's speak about the elders today, because I'm seeing a lot of elderly people that
Alhamdulillah.
walk. Alhamdulillah, you see a lot of elders that walk towards Abu Abdullah al-Hussein.
It's nice to see that. I'm assuming, I could be incorrect, but I'm assuming that these elders, a lot of them are retired now, or maybe they work part-time. They have time on their hands, and they're using that to come here for Arbaeen and for Jizya. They come here to make use of their time and to say that, you know what, rather than me resting or maybe spending some time with my family, I'm going to go to Abu Abdullah al-Hussein.
Ahsantum Sayyid Mohsin. We just touched upon the elders coming towards Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, but inshallah we will be with you after a short break live from Imam Hussain TV's Mawkib, poll 1114. We'll be with you shortly. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.
If your eyes are ever shed whenever to you reappears the image of Ashura, image of heads upon spits, little girls drowned in their fears, and the morning of Zahra, and when Muharram is in every mosque, Ain appears alongside every lover. When you mourn, it is she who hears. To morning she gave all her years. This is Abbas's mother. This is Abbas's mother. Remember and never forget the mother who made her sunset is the reason that we're here. Long after Ashura sunset, alone at Baqi' she would sit, telling all what happened there. She's the mom of this pulpit. She would recite with her eyes wet, and hearts into she would get. Without her mourning none would let, and no chest by hands would be hit. For Hussein none would despair. For Hussein none
alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Welcome back to our live coverage of the Mashai, the greatest pilgrimage on earth, the largest peaceful gathering of people here in Karbala, pole number 1114. Millions and millions have made the journey, and inshallah you'll be joining us as well on this Mashai walk, this walk to Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. Minhal, we touched upon the elders, and I was saying how it's really nice to see that the elders, and I was assuming some of these guys are retired, some of these maybe they work part-time now, or they've probably got children that mashallah are working, that can financially assist with them, and that they can take out the time to come and do the Mashai walk. And it hasn't really they could have gone somewhere else. They could have gone on holiday, they could have gone to somewhere nice, somewhere hot, somewhere tropical. But no, they decided to be here in Karbala walking. Right now the weather's really nice and cool, it's a nice cool breeze. Hit 11 o'clock in about 4 hours time, you're going to feel the heat. Everyone goes inside then. So I think that it's so nice that they've made that intention, they've made that niyyah, even though the dunya may have been calling. But Abu Abdullah al-Hussein was in their heart.
I mean, for $300, you could have taken a beautiful trip to the beautiful mountains of Iran and
maybe for the rain it would have been cheaper.
Had a hotel and spending money and everything, but instead a lot of these people have decided to use that money to come towards Iraq, to come towards Najaf, to come towards Karbala, walk from Najaf to Karbala, which for me is so beautiful, because after all Imam Sadiq alayhi salam says, those who spend their money in our way, give them a glad tiding. And alhamdulillah, you see so many faces, so many people walking, and it's especially the elders that I see walking. When I see them walking, I feel so inspired, because it just shows you that age is just a number.
Definitely.
Age is just a number. You can't tell me that, oh listen, the sole reason why I don't come to Abu Abdullah is because I'm 54 or I'm 55.
I'm too old, not capable
I'm too
of doing
old.
it.
I used to do that when I was younger. I'm old now, I can't. I'd rather catch a cab from Najaf to Karbala. There are 70, 80-year-olds walking. I've seen elderly people who could be my great-grandmother, not just my grandmother.
You mentioned the lady,
99 years old.
99, that's it,
The lady who said, she's 99 years old, she's being recorded on camera. She said, look, as long as Sayyida Zainab walked, for as long as I live, I shall walk. And she was 99 years old and she walked from Najaf to Karbala. Look at the iman that this lady has. Look at the beauty of the passion that she has, walking from Najaf to Karbala, walking from the Emir to the son of the Emir, walking from Amir al-Mu'mineen towards Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, which for me is just so beautiful to watch. And I don't know, have you seen any other cases like that?
I've seen plenty. There was an old video of an old man, and I want to share the story with you, Minhal, and also with the viewers. That there was a man, he's walking, he's on his walk, and he was saying, you're very old, and his back was curved, and he had a stick, and he was walking. So he was very senior, grey beard, turban, black moustache, and he's walking. And they said, where are you walking to? Why are you walking? Because I'm going to Hussein. And they asked him why. He says, I was in my sleep, and he said something just came to me and said, get up and go. You have to go. Get up, start moving. And he goes, I go up, I grabbed my stick, and I started to walk. It wasn't really a stick, it was a staff. It was a staff, like a walking staff. And he said, I'm going to my Habibi, Ya Hussein. That's what he said, and I was inspired. And the way he was walking, and the pace that he was walking at. Honestly, it really touched my heart that this guy was so determined, and this guy was not, he wasn't scared that I'm old. He wasn't scared that maybe I haven't got a stamina or health was not on my side. He got up and he says, no, Abu Abdullah has called, I'm going. And inshallah, Abu Abdullah has called for all of you to join us here in Karbala, inshallah. Make that niyyah, make that trip, and make sure that, you can be part of this experience of the Mashayikh. You can take part within the khidmah, you can take part with helping others, you can take part with the eating, the sleeping, but especially you can take part with the ziyarah, and inshallah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
But you know what you also see, Sayyid Mohsin? You see a lot of disabled people, and you see a lot of disabled young people and elderly people.
Definitely.
And they've still made the journey. I mean, I saw a person, I kid you not, I saw a person yesterday with no arms.
Wow.
He's an elderly guy. He was, you look at him, you'd probably think he's 60, 61, 62. He had no arms. Literally, his arms were gone. I saw a person the other day, you know, with crutches, just walking with passion, walking towards Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. You see people in wheelchairs, you see people with all sorts of illnesses, all sorts of disabilities.
Remember the guy in the wheelchair and the kid gave the water, he gave his water.
Yeah, that was
And
so beautiful.
the individual in the wheelchair was disabled. I can't really tell what sort of condition it was.
Yeah.
But it was like, I think it was like half paralysis or something like that. He couldn't really control his body movements properly. But he made the journey.
He made the journey, yeah.
And may Allah reward the family member or the person that's actually, you know, assisting him and pushing the wheelchair, inshallah. So again, like you were saying, you know, health hasn't really restricted anyone from coming here.
Definitely not.
Also, ability or disability hasn't restricted anyone from coming here.
Which is a message that me and Sayyid Mohsin and Imam Hussein TV are trying to convey. Do not let health be an obstacle. Take it in small steps. You need to visit a clinic. You want to visit a clinic for your disability, or on the walk. Visit a clinic, go visit a clinic, do regular visits to the clinics that are along the way, because they will help you. They will be able to assist you and provide you with the medications that you need when walking towards Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. Who knows, maybe the health obstacle that you have that's actually stopping you will be cured in the walk towards Abu Abdullah.
There's miracles on this walk, believe you me.
There's miracles on this walk that, you know, for me, I haven't experienced. Have you experienced any?
For me, a miracle, I think finishing the walk is a miracle in itself. Not just that I managed to complete, but you complete with so many people, you know. And what they want to touch on was that you look at Hajj, 2-3 million people at Hajj. The Saudis actually struggle, you know, they struggle so much that the Turkish try to intervene and say, listen, let us take over. We can do this job a lot better than you. But here, 20 million, 30 million, 40 million people here in Karbala in one ziyarah, no problem.
Atab al-Abbasi and Atab al-Husseini are doing an amazing job in you know, providing for the Zuwar of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, taking in their personal belongings that can't be taken into the shrine, and just dealing with it in such a beautiful way. They're doing as much as they can. So do be patient with them.
24-hour shifts.
24-hour shifts. They
Obviously,
don't stop.
I mean, the people don't do 24-hour shifts, but 24 hours there is security, surveillance, and I mean, no one goes to sleep. Everyone's there trying to help, you know, trying to be organised.
It's the same guidelines they go with, whether it's 1 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 p.m. Same guidelines they go with. You know, there's no slacking with them, and I think that's what's kept the shrines of our beloved Imam al-Hussein and Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas alayhimus salam secure, a place where you can relax and just sit and just admire the beautiful shrines, for you to admire the holiness of these two great personalities. So I think it's just amazing. It's an amazing job that they're doing.
I'm just looking at an old lady right here now. She's got a bag on her head.
Yeah, mashallah.
She's got tribal tattoos as well. It's really nice.
But just like we're saying, do not let health be an obstacle. You know, these I'm assuming some of them are government provided and others are, you know, just selfless acts, you know, with these medical centers along the way. Don't let your health be an obstacle. Keep walking towards Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, and I mean, inshallah, it teaches the elderly here to exercise whilst they're at it.
Definitely. I mean, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi used to encourage exercising. He'd encourage us to do horse riding, archery, swimming, wrestling, you know. So if we adopt this in our youth, you know, they say it's like your body's like flowing water. If you keep it healthy, it will stay healthy. Flowing water never goes stale. Yeah. You keep moving, you keep exercising. One of our colleagues, the Iranian presenter, is the judo expert.
Oh yeah.
He's, mashallah, I think he's in his 50s, maybe late 60s.
He's in his 50s and he has his third black belt or something.
Third black belt, and if you look at this man, he, mashallah, he's strong as an ox. Strong as an ox.
He's wider than me and you.
Yeah, he is though.
Yeah.
He'll probably put us on the floor.
Yeah,
definite. But mashallah, someone like him, you know, age hasn't restricted him from doing what he loves, which is judo. I spoke to him and I was asking, did you ever represent yourself in the Olympics? He said, no, I haven't really done the Olympics, but I've done tournaments all over Iran, and now he's a teacher, and I think he also coaches other teachers as well. So he's, mashallah, he's very senior in the Iranian judo scene. So get back to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, looking after the body, making sure you eat healthy, making sure you get plenty of exercise. It's very, very healthy for the body, very, very healthy for the mind, very, very healthy for your spirituality as well to go.
And it's not just that, it's a thing of, you know, in this day and age, most of us are on our phones a lot.
Much.
And you know, I think this walk, because you're so focused on finishing the walk, because you're so focused on getting from Najaf to Karbala, you're focused on walking the 1,452 poles that there are between Najaf and Karbala, that there's a internet and social media detox that comes with it. It regenerates your I wouldn't say sanity, but it regenerates brain cells that that are just so focused on social media.
What happens is you've got a lot more time now.
Yeah.
Other things to focus on. I mean, before maybe you were more concerned about what's going on the news, what's trending on Twitter. Maybe getting some Mashaya selfies or Mashaya snaps, as you do. As you do,
yeah, definitely. Who
but
doesn't want
definitely there are areas where, you know, the internet is not so strong, and that gives you that time to actually reflect and relax. Because this walk it's not about you. Let's be real. It's about you when it comes to making you a better person, improving your spirituality.
Yeah.
But this walk is all about the Ahlul Bayt. It's all about Amir al-Mu'mineen. It's all about Imam Sajjad, Sayyid Zainab, and then also it's all about al-Hussein and Abu Father, definitely.
Yeah. It's all about reflection. You know, as Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi says, 1 hour of reflection is greater than 70 years of blind worship.
Definitely.
So, you know, you have more than an hour on this walk. You have some between one, because I know some people that have done it in one day, but you have between 1 and 3 days to reflect. So inshallah you do get to do that.
Inshallah, we're going to go for a short break. Join us after the break, inshallah. We'll be discussing more on the topic of maturity and elders on the Mashaya. Inshallah, see you after the break. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.
Every part of my being calls my duty before my soul and body. 313 it's calling me, my duty. From the womb till the shroud, I hear with my head bowed, the sun behind the clouds, every day calling my name, throughout all of my sin, and the trials I've seen in, through all the thick and thin, what I hope he be, to be of it shall be, there is no love but he, in all that my eyes see, no love the same. Oh Mehdi, oh son of two things waiting, take whatever you will and want from me, my duty before my soul and body. 313 is calling me, my duty. My duty, it has taken over me. Every part of my being calls ready. My duty before my soul and body. 313 it's calling me, my duty. Like a parent in all the lies they choose. If you require youth, I'll be your Ali Akbar. My sins weigh me down, in your love let me drown. Desires I renounce, I stand by you like your horse. If you need sacrifice,
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Welcome back to our live coverage of the greatest pilgrimage, the Messiah from Najaf to Karbala, pole 1114. MashaAllah, we've been covering the walk for the last few days, and inshallah we'll be covering it all the way up till Arbaeen, inshallah.
Inshallah, inshallah.
Now we were talking about, our discussion today, we were talking about, elders and mature people. Let's go towards Karbala, and on that day. Were there senior people there? Were there,
Oh, definitely, definitely.
People aiding Abu Abdullah Hussein?
The most famous companion, Habib ibn Mudahar al-Asadi, alayhi salam.
Alayhi salam.
92, 93 years of age. Fighting. I don't know how many people it says he killed. Probably 60, 70 people that he's killed.
At his age.
At his age, at the age of 92, 93. Listen, if I got to the age of 92, 93, I'd be lucky if I could pick myself up. Let alone ride a horse with armor, with a sword, and fighting, just throwing swords.
I think the
strikes
story,
everywhere.
The story even says that, even Sayyidina Zainab especially came to say salam to him and bid him farewell.
Yeah.
Because he was an elder, but he was one that was a companion of Rasulullah and also of Amir al-Mu'mineen and
Of Imam Hussain.
He probably saw these lot grow from infancy, to men and women. And his iman and his love for the Ahlul Bayt was so strong that even at the age of 92, 93, they say his eyebrows used to cover his eyes. Like he needed to put sticks. He had to put sticks in his eyebrows to keep him up because he was so elderly. But mashallah, even he still was ready to give up his life and serve Abu Abdullah al-Hussein.
Sayyid Mahdi, let's talk about the elders in our community today, because I feel like it's a very important thing that we should touch upon, which is the elders that they've come to the West, they've come to Europe, they've come to America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, let's say. Now these guys have set the foundation. They're arguably the first generation to come towards the West from our home countries. Now they've set the foundation for us to start these majalis. But what do you think the elders can do to pass it on to the youth? I
think I'll do both ways. I think first of all, as youth, we need to really appreciate what our elders have done for us. We don't understand how much our elders have done for us. When it comes to, we're talking about coming to the West, where Westerners were scared.
Yeah.
Scared of us. They were scared to give us, properties on rent.
Yeah.
They were scared to give us jobs because we may not fit in properly. They were scared when we opened up Husseiniya, that what are they doing, what are they plotting, what are they planning. Even today, Islamophobia is still there, and with certain Husseinians still get investigated to make sure that people are safe. So our elders went through all of that, and we owe a lot of respect to our elders,
100%.
and especially
100%.
that they've given us the message of Amir al-Mu'mineen, the walaya of Amir al-Mu'mineen. They've given us the message of Abu Abdullah Hussein, and they've given us majalis, they've given us latmiyat, they've given us masa'ib, they've given us so much that as youth we really need to cherish and respect what they've done for us. Vice versa, what the elders can do is the greatest thing an elder man can do for a youth is to pass on knowledge, I believe.
100%.
And passing on knowledge, you cannot underestimate the amount of wisdom an older man has.
Definitely.
And what he has seen in life.
Don't underestimate it.
In terms of anything, when it comes to education, when it comes to finding a job, your career path, when it comes to marriage, looking for a spouse.
Life skills in general.
General life skills.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And I'm a victim of this myself. My father and my grandfather, they could do things that I couldn't. My father, he can do electric work easy.
Yeah.
He can do plumbing work easy. I can't. I can open up a Facebook account for him. but they can do other things. Yes, and it's like, well, this is how it was done in our day. And it's like, wow, your skills are still useful today, even though we're moving towards a digital age.
But even the generation after us, they're going to be able to do something that me and you are just going to be confused.
Confused. Definite, but hopefully they won't be able to kick a ball better than me, hopefully.
Well, I always find that sometimes the elders may be an obstacle for the youth when it comes to preparation of majalis, because they grew up here, or they grew up in Pakistan or Iran. They grew up in their countries, and they feel like the way they did majalis back in the day is the same way that we want to do majalis right now.
Possibly. I mean, at the end of the day, you can't blame a teacher teaching you a technique that is the only technique he knows.
Fair enough.
What do you expect for him to teach you? So I think the elders also need to understand the new generation, and you know we're always learning. That's the new thing about life.
Yeah.
In life, we're always learning something new, and I think this is the lesson, and this is you know what the elders are going through is to learn about the youth and learn how they're living, because no one lives the same in same generation, same life.
Ahsan.
I'm sure your ancestry is Iraqi. I'm sure you know your great granddad had a different youth to the youth that you're having, and you know it's vice versa. So you know for the elders, I think they need to really reach out, try and understand what children are going through. They know the foundations and the basics of life.
Yeah.
Inshallah, they can teach us and help us apply that, and furthermore give us the opportunity to serve Abu Abdullah al-Hussein.
Sayyid Mohsin, I think we are running out of time. Any final words from you?
Final words from you is that from myself. Final words from myself. Make the intention. Come down quickly if you can, Minhal. Discuss the campaign that we got. If you can't make it, Minhal will just tell you.
We have a campaign for running walking 25 poles on your behalf. If you become a monthly donor, a monthly partner with Imam Hussein TV for £14 a month or $20 a month, inshallah, one of us will walk 25 poles. Just a quick thing before I end, if I can ask all the viewers to recite a Surah Al-Fatiha for a dear friend's father who passed away recently here in Iraq. He has passed away. If you can all remember him in your du'as, and please recite Surah Al-Fatiha. Remember his family. He's a very good friend of mine, and alhamdulillah, inshallah they remain firm on the wilayah of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, and inshallah they remain firm and remember you know, lessons from Imam Hussain alayhi salam's life. They remember lessons from Sayyidah Zainab's life, and inshallah Allah gives them patience in these tough times, and you know keeps their heart firm on the religion of Islam and on the wilayah of Amir al-Mu'mineen. But from me and from Sayyid Mohsin, we are inshallah out. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.
every step resembles a place in heaven for all Shi'at Aba Abdullah, inshallah. People, millions of people around the world come. There's people from all over the world. But it doesn't matter, all talk for Aba Abdullah Hussein. There's all the service for Aba Abdullah Hussein. Zainab didn't have a tent sleeping on the way. They were dragged whether they like it or not. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.